at your service. It is early in the morning. It is just around, what time is it? 6:15 in the morning on this excellent 23rd of January 2023. 6:15 in the morning Central Time here in South Texas. Welcome. You've made it. There was notification. I was just hanging out over there this morning by the Boca Chica LBJ Boulevard and was notified that they will be closing the road here at 7 in the morning today. It is just in the next 45 minutes. They are going to close the road early, about an hour early, and we will see the commencement of the spectacular events today. Just as spectacular as the events that are happening at Ocean Camera Space Corp. If you check out the community section here on YouTube, once again, it is the 23rd of January 2023. I have a challenge going on for up to many people. Rowan, nice to see you made it. Let me know if the audio is good. We have a possible static fire of not only the booster today, but they could also do a Jill, John, and Tony. Good morning. Good stuff. John Manice, good stuff. Andy 79. Tony, Judy, everybody. Rowan Barros. We have a possible static fire, likely, very likely today. The sheriff said to clear out ASAP. Boo Boo, I think they're going for it. 1977. Yep, sheriff said, didn't say static fire, but he said the big one. And they're going to close the road early. Muriel Levin, good stuff. Bonjour. So they could do. There is some loud noise coming from the tower area over there by the booster. So I don't hear anything from the Starship. Maybe they could do something with the Starship as well today. The Starship looks pretty good, actually. So it is sitting on the pad B, and it looks very nice as well. So, but the only noise I hear, if you can hear that, I don't know, but the only noise we can hear is from the booster Starship 25 whatever combo that is, 24. Rowan says maybe only a wet dress rehearsal per the rumors. So, okay, well, that's very good information. I haven't been following what's going on here. I have a big challenge going on for Ocean Camera Space Corp. So maybe it is a wet dress rehearsal, huh? I don't know. We shall see. But there is some loud noise coming from here. That was just Starship 25 we saw. And it's, it sounds, I don't see anyone here. I don't see any personnel. If we look here to the left, the only vehicle down there is the Lab Padre vehicle. And there's a sheriff at the end there. And to the right, the same thing. I will get the shot. Just a moment. No vehicles here on the right either. But there is quite a bit of noise coming from the tower area. As if they were getting ready to launch it. I don't think they're going to launch it, but if they do, saluting. And it would concur with the December 20th announcement by the gentleman when we spoke in December about a possible launch on the 20th. So we're a few days after that. He was correct about stacking of the Starship. Maybe not so much of the static fire early, but we may be seeing static fire. We could see a launch, everybody. I don't know. I don't know what's going on at SpaceX, but I don't know if you caught the news. Phidias, and as well as Elon Musk had the hug in the last few days. Tony says, wet dress rehearsal for the booster stack and possible static fire for the Starship. Okay, good stuff. Possible static fire for the Starship. Okay, I got you. Maybe a wet dress rehearsal for the stacks. We shall see. This week, also tomorrow, there's a road closure as well. What a day, what a day. So Phidias and Elon Musk did do the hug, and they had over 26 million views on Twitter, and many over 6,000 I think over 6,000 retweets of that. So congratulations to Phidias. We were here not so long ago, about 3 months ago, and hanging out and just chatting over there by the build site, kicking the cans on the road. Boo Boo 1977 says, so I presume that if all goes well with wet rehearsal, they will destack for 33 engine static fire. I don't know, Boo Boo. I would have thought maybe they would do the static fire with the Starship on top, but okay, that's good. So maybe it's a dress rehearsal. We'll see. So the thought is they'll destack for the static fire is what you're thinking, huh? Interesting. All right, I'll get a couple close-up shots. But yeah, congratulations to Phidias. I think the actual video is coming out possibly this morning around 8 Central Time, 8 a.m. Central Time. So if you want to see that video of Phidias and Elon Musk hugging over there in Twitter headquarters, I'm going to be watching it in about an hour. Look at the synchronization of that timing. They will be closing the road here in less than an hour, and in less than an hour, the Phidias hug is going to be released. Yep. Tony said he's seen the hug. Yep, I've seen it as well. But the actual video, I think, is coming out in about 45 minutes concurrently with this road closure. I don't know why the sheriff would say the big one if they weren't going for the static fire today, but we shall see. It's either going to be a wet dress rehearsal or it's going to be an actual static fire. There is a road closure tomorrow at the same time, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Today's is from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. K1, how you doing? STST. I think you can't make repetitive things, but I did see the comment there. K1, nice to see you. Yep, so we got the booster on the bottom, and we got the Starship on top. Good stuff. So hang in here today. I'm not going to be videoing everything. I think they're going to clear out Boca Chica Village because that's what the sheriff just told me. You know, I was just sitting on the village side of things, and the sheriff told me they were going to be clearing everything out. So I said, well, maybe I can get down here and get some video. So we've been taking video of the booster Starship and the Starship. Boo Boo says a bit risky for stage 0 if full static fire. Okay, Rowan says a big one would be filling the tanks fully or almost with liquid oxygen and methane, high risk of boom. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so they're filling it, and that could cause a boom. I got you. So that could be a great one. Tony says they will destack the Starship to do a full 33 engine static fire on the booster. Okay, so it sounds like they're going to be taking this Starship off to do the 33 engine static fire. Good stuff. All right, so I can't edit the title right now, but I will after the show and mention some of the things you all mentioned here. Okay, a marine safety MSIB has been issued, says Tony. Good stuff. All right. Starship over there. So we may see, if anything, we may see a static fire of this Starship over here as well. So if you're a photographer, come out here now, and or if you're already set up, good. But set up your cameras today because, and or tomorrow, because some stuff might be happening today, tomorrow. Calling out to all photographers. MSIB has been issued, says Mr. Juto. But as far as being here, the thing that I see and the thing that I hear is the Starship. booster combo. There's a bunch of noise coming from over there at the booster area. We have green lights on the tower. You can see that. I'm using a new iPhone. I actually lost my iPhone 3 days ago, or maybe 4 days ago. So this is a iPhone 13. It's not a Pro Max. It's just one of those two. So I'm kind of still testing out the capability for video on this thing, but it is the iPhone 13. So if you're into the space stuff, we're in the year 2023. It is January 23rd, and I'm running a challenge with my company, Ocean Camera Space Corp, as well as Embryo Space Inc. Embryo Space Inc. Everybody, out of Delaware. We're on a challenge to raise another $150 million, and with that, we will begin paying the team. I'm looking to hire 11 people in the next 8 months. I'll start out with about 135 or so. So I will be interviewing. If I've reached out to you, if I'm going to reach out to you, if you're watching this after I've reached out to you, my name is Paul Marcus with Ocean Camera Space Corp, also CEO of Embryo Space Inc. And we have a mission to go to the ocean of Enceladus. I've got a soft offer for $300 million, and it's contingent on just raising another $150 million to match at least part of the $300 million. So within 30 days of the of putting money into escrow at a Chase Bank in New York, the first investor will guarantee your money, and however soon you want to be paid off, he'll pay you off with that with half of that $300 million, or he'll guarantee it within 30 days of your. We're doing a 50 Regulation D 506C unregistered security offering, so I have to get the paperwork made up. I have an attorney that has worked with SpaceX to draw up the Reg D, so I've already chatted with him. So that's a done deal. It's just going to cost between $25,000 and $75,000 to get the paperwork made up. So I'm waiting on the closing in of the proximity for that second and $150 million investor. And then with that, I will be able to go ahead. It'll take about a week to get the Reg D written up. So I'm just waiting on that second investor to step forward. And then we will be able to have the attorney draw up the correct paperwork based on any particulars you have with terms. But basically, it's a stock sale here at Ocean Camera Space Corp. We're looking to raise between $2 and $8 billion so that we can do the mission to Enceladus. We're looking at 100 million shares. We can do a public notification since this is a Reg D 506C. And so we're looking to be able to sell shares to accredited investors all over the world. And I have a list of many different investors we can approach. K1 says that he 30 with 300. Okay, we'll see. Check out the chat here, people. A lot of activity going on. Rupert says, good morning. When do you have to get out? I have to get out. They're going to close the road in 30 minutes. So at 7 a.m. is what I heard. They're going to close it a little early today. So 30 minutes. It's 6:30 a.m. Central Time right now. Nice to see you, Bahi. Richard Naley. Big bada boom. I like it, Thomas. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we got the sun starting to rise over the horizon. We got a little, you can see a little bit of the sunrise happening there. I thought ahead today and I set the display here for morning viewing. I know that transition from night to morning makes it a little difficult when when the sun comes up if you have your brightness set too low. So I have it set early ahead of time so that when that happens, I'll be able to see something here. If you're here at Boca Chica, good morning. You probably know what's going on. If you work at SpaceX, congratulations on all the work you guys have done. And the contractors, looks like you guys are putting in a show for us this week, so I appreciate it. Let's hope everything goes well. I don't see any truckers down there, so it doesn't look like there's any tankers here. If you're thinking about getting an iPhone, I can tell you that winter was the better time to get it during around Christmas. But there are still some $5 a month offers if you want to get an iPhone 13 or something like that. You might be able to get an iPhone 13 fresh, brand new, at one of the cell phone stores for $5 a month. Comes out to about $100 and something for 36 months. So 36 times 5 equals what? And that's the deal I got. So thank you to AT&T. Light this one. That's right, says Thomas. Good stuff. Yeah, an iPhone's pretty good. There are a few issues with it. They do overheat. They overheat in the sunlight. You know, that's maybe get an Android if you're really concerned about that. I'm standing in the back of my truck. It is a windy day today. That's what I can tell you. That's one of the things that I'm noticing this morning. We probably have closer to 20 miles an hour here. But if you're a look on the Ocean Cam website if you'd like to see the jobs that I'm hiring for. I'm looking for a COO, looking for a CFO, CRO, scientist, engineer, mission specialist, security, IT. Weather here is partly cloudy with a temperature of 64 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius, 64 Fahrenheit. So that's just under 70 degrees there, 18 Celsius. The wind is from the east at 17 miles an hour. That's pretty close. 27 kilometers. And the current humidity is 66%. Yeah, so it's not too moist right now. Around the base of the launch site here, there is a lot of water. So it is a good situation today, tomorrow, if they were to do a static fire, because it's almost as if there's a moat, M-O-A-T, like a moat around the launch site here. To the west, there is a lot of water pulled up, so they will not be experiencing what they experienced last time. Yeah, thanks, Tony. And to the north, it is not as wet as it has been in the past. But there's not much grass in that direction anyway. Yep. To the along the coastline there's a possibility of some of that grass catching fire to the east of the launch site there, of the dunes. But the last time I saw them do a static fire, the plume out the bottom of the orbital launch platform, it kind of rolled. It didn't like spread out over the grassy area. It just kind of rolled like a convection cloud off the concrete base there underneath the platform. They do, I believe, have a water deluge system they've been testing, so that may be a little bit better as well. We're lucky this morning. I parked over here because I thought, well, maybe they would have that bright light on. There's usually a very bright light over here at the main gate, But this morning, there is no guard here at the main gate that I see. There's probably somebody in there. There's a guard shack there, and the gate is oftentimes a little bit open, and there's a bright light right here. But today, they don't have that light on, and the gate is entirely closed. There are no personnel going in or out. The time right now in Boca Chica is 6:36 in the morning, Thomas. 6:36 a.m. So there are there's no in or out of the main gate here, and there's no bright light either. There are some people, it looks like possibly workers coming from the beach area, or possibly they are just people who've been camping out on the beach. So be sure to check out the different streams today. I'm going to be continuing to focus on the Ocean Camera Space Corp mission. I have a whole list. I did post here in the chat the Open Chat AI. It's they have like a free, you can use that for free, a link. I posted it yesterday. There is I asked so many questions yesterday. I bought an AI app called Genie AI a few months ago, but I found out that the open the Chat GPT is free as well, at least for a certain number of questions. So I asked about close to 100 questions of the Chat GPT yesterday. Once I found out that website URL, it's a free sign up. They don't require any credit card or anything like that. So if you'd like to soup up whatever you're interested in or whatever you're doing, and you often like to ask interesting questions or kind of whatever questions you'd like to ask, that app is available. Well, it's not an app. You can use the website link that I posted there in the community chat, and you can ask a whole bunch of questions. If you're watching from the future, what I would consider the future, this last few months is the unveiling of the the artificial intelligence here in the United States, at least in my understanding, in the public sector. So there's been a wave of people using artificial intelligence or just like an app or a website where you can ask the computer questions. Instead of giving you a URL, it'll actually give you the answer you're looking for. So you don't have to search for a URL. You can just get the information you like, and so you can use it to create code. You can say, write me code for such and such, and it'll write you code. If you'd like to make your own artificial intelligence, you can ask it, create for me the code for such and such, and it'll in whatever language you'd like the code to be in, and it'll write the code for you. So if you're a coder, there you go. If you're an HTML web person, there you go. If you'd like to create a company like I've been doing, you can say, write me the specific role for this type of person at my company, and then it'll spit out the credentials and everything else that you need for that position. So that's what I did yesterday. I asked it about 30 different job positions, and to write out the role and how they interact in the organization. So I have all of those in different notes here on my phone, and I'm going to be uploading those more today. But if you look at the LinkedIn, I posted a job description for the COO, for the Chief Operating Officer here, and I did it for all the different positions I'm looking at yesterday using the artificial intelligence. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I also used it to find out the top 50 people at NASA. I used it to find the top 50 people at Goldman Sachs, and for many other companies. I did that with the phone artificial intelligence that I got, Genie AI or something like that. That was $100, but the Open AI Chat GPT is free for about 100 questions, or maybe it's by the amount of time you use it. Lillian, how you doing? Thomas Ireland, yeah, check out that AI. I put the link here a few days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. I don't know. I think it was yesterday morning I put it out there. All right, we got some good lighting coming in. But it's free to use for a good amount of time. I used it until it stopped working. But that was like several hours of use that I got, and many questions with the Chat GPT. The time is 6:40. Another 20 minutes. Ophélie. Bonjour. Sutrel. Good stuff. Good stuff. So things are going good. Things are going good. There aren't that many vehicles here on site. Ingenious X asks, are we looking for a wet dress rehearsal? Yeah, that's been the consensus here in the chat. There is a road closure again for tomorrow. If you're just tuning in, the sheriff had said that the big boom is happening. Jaime Estrada, the first. Good stuff. Nice to see you. There's some activity here this morning, and it looks like maybe a wet dress rehearsal, possibly some type of static fire as well. But if not today, then maybe tomorrow we might see that static fire of either the booster or the Starship on Pad B. We're looking at the booster right now on the orbital launch platform, and the suborbital platform is to the right. Ken Smith, nice to see you. We're going to check out the suborbital platform here. Suborbital means it's not going into orbit, so that's what that means. These are over here. We got the Pad B. The Starship over there is on the suborbital Pad B, because it's not going to be going into orbit. And to the right, behind Hoppy, there's another pad back here, Pad A. Pad A is over here. Pad B is over there. And so these are suborbital. They're not going into orbit. But when they're going into orbit, when they're doing the all the Raptors and everything else on the booster 33 engine, this is the orbital launch platform here. So it's going to go into orbit. But this one, it'll be orbital speed, and it'll, maybe not today, but it will go orbital speed and go over to Hawaii. And then they'll probably do point-to-point transport here. The military was interested in point-to-point transport as well. So take off from here, land in Beijing, land over there in Hawaii eventually when they make a launch platform to land on. Or maybe they'll land on the airport or something like that. They probably have to get some of the same type of cement they have underneath the platform here, wherever they're going to be landing around the world. Point-to-point transport from here to Jacksonville, from here to Kennedy Space Center. I can see that happening. They got 2 platforms already. Who else wants a Starship to land in at their airport? Maybe point-to-point transport from here to Brownsville International Airport. That would be a nice one. Maybe go to Sydney. Point-to-point transport from here to Sydney, Australia. Moscow to Boca Chica. Iceland, Reykjavik to Boca Chica. A lot of transport going between Iceland and Boca Chica. All right, Denver, DFW to Boca Chica by rocket. Thomas says from Shannon Airport to Ireland. from the States to Shannon Airport, Ireland. Yeah, Boca Chica to Shannon Airport. MSX to Boca Chica. That's what I was thinking, Jaime. That's right. We got some red morning sunrise happening over there. We can see a little venting coming from the methane tank area right over here. There's some venting over there we can see. Got another 15 minutes till the road closes. 14 minutes now. 14 minutes. Road closure is going to be happening. They will be asking me to move eventually. So I'll get on camera now, and I will get on camera again. Paul Mamakis, Ocean Camera Space Corp. Nice to see you this morning. Thanks for joining. Wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, wishing you the best today, tomorrow, and for the future. We will meet again sometime. I'm not signing out yet, but 6:46 in the morning Central Time, January 23rd, 2023. If you're looking to join Ocean Camera Space Corp, I have a challenge going for the next 8 months. I'm going to be looking to hire 11 permanent employees here, and we're to raise between $2 billion and $8 billion. I have a $300 million commitment already. So watch along in the next 8 months. It's now January 23rd. What year is it? It is 2023. If we raise $8 billion in the next 8 months. I had a challenge on another YouTube channel I started, more of a personal channel, and I raised over $10,000 in 10 days. I actually raised around $17,000. But so this is the next challenge up. The next stage up is to raise $8 billion in 8 months. You got to watch along. And the team members on this challenge, the team members of this Ocean Camera Space Corp Embryo Space Inc. partnership will make 0.1% of that whatever we raise. There's already $300 million on the table. To get that $300 million, we have to raise another 150 to match it. Another investor has to put in 150. That money will be guaranteed within 30 days at a Chase Bank in New York. And we can talk about it and all that. Contact me, Paul at oceansinspace.com. I have some other emails as well, but the .com is better for people to receive. And follow along as the different scientists and team members, CFO, COO, all these different people are going to have to compete against other people. I'm going to look to have about 4 people for every position. So if there's one CFO, I'm going to want 4 different CFOs competing for this position over the next 8 months. And whoever's left, there's going to be about 11 people left at the end of those 8 months. All the people that compete in this challenge, unless they do something stupid or corrupt or cheat or something like that, as long as they're honest, they will receive a portion of those funds. So if there's 100 people, imagine there's 100 people that compete in this challenge, and we raise $8 billion over the next 8 months, they will receive, the whole team, everybody that was part of that raise from the start. So if we have 100 people competing in this 8-month challenge to raise $8 billion and to develop the mission here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, they will receive part of that. 101% of $8 billion is $8 million divided by 100 people. They will receive that portion of the funds for their time. See, they're not going to be getting a salary. It's a competition. But as part of their profits from that, instead of a salary, they will be competing remotely, and if they can gather up together physically, that's additionally better. But if they can work remotely and contribute as a team to develop this Ocean Camera Space mission and also to raise the funds, then they will receive part of that money. So there is a good amount of profit to be had. 100 into $8 billion is what? There's no top on the amount of money we can raise, but we only need about, we don't need $8 billion to do the mission, but that's the maximum that I've set as the range here at Ocean Camera Space Corp. So follow along if you're a viewer, and if you'd like to participate, there's on the Ocean Camera Space Corp website, you can go oceansinspace.com or oceancam.space, or you can use the embryospace.com website. They all go to the same website, and go to the careers section, and you can see the different jobs that I'm looking to hire. I will be uploading more job descriptions today and in the days ahead. So thank you for watching. I'll get back to the show here at SpaceX South Texas launch site in Boca Chica. We're looking at static fire, wet dress rehearsal possibly today, and tomorrow there's a road closure, same time, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. We might see some activity tomorrow, if not today. Thanks for tuning in. All right. It is currently 6:51. I'm gonna have to get out of here soon. Let me see what time it is. Okay. Looks like there was some spam here. Good stuff. Thanks, Tony. Let me see. I will report those people. Okay. Good stuff. Hey, Lillian. Nice to see you. Good morning. Ingenious X. Wayne, thanks. Wayne Combs, everybody. I'm just following a mission and a passion, and also some inspiration that I've had and also thought up. Now, if you have some inspiration as well, keep going at what you're inspired about, whether it's family or whether it's something more external. Yeah, good wishes to you and the best to you. We're all connected. I should say this too as well. I believe the reason why here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, I'm not looking to find life in space off the planet Earth. If you look at there are some creatures which can exist in space already. I forgot the name of them, but there are some stuff on the moon that was crashed into the moon that we know there's life on the moon already, based on some of the spacecraft and the cargo they were carrying to the moon. I forgot, they can exist, they have a really hard exoskeleton, and they're very tiny, but they were sent to the moon, I think by the Israelis. But for me here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, I'm not looking for life in space, because I believe as a meditator, I've experienced transcendental states. Transcendental means it's beyond your five senses. So in 1996, I got into out-of-body experiences, yoga, and meditation. And so I have been one with the universe. And I was not one with the universe because there was only the one. But I went through a whole year of oneness, and then many years before that of meditation where I went out of body. And I've traveled to Mars, and I've been off the planet many, many times. And so if you'd like to become an astronaut, you can learn to meditate, and then you can get off the planet much quicker than you can as a real astronaut. One of the benefits of being a meditator is that you can also do better when you're trying to be an actual astronaut here in the physical world. You'll be able to do it much better too, because you'll have better focus. But I believe there's life all over the universe, because if there is a presence to the universe, then there's an awareness and there's life everywhere in the universe. So here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, we're not looking to find life. If we find life on some of the moons more obviously, more apparently than just the multi-dimensional life, then that's a benefit. But I believe everything in the universe is alive. So here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, we're not looking to find life, because the message that I'm saying is that there's nothing in the universe that's not alive. So, but other than that, we're looking to find water to get the visible spectrum imagery of the water on all the ocean moons, all the different moons and planets, asteroids throughout our solar system, because that surface and subsurface level video imagery have yet to be videoed. And if in that video imagery we catch imagery of things moving around in that water, well, that's a benefit. That's a side benefit of the Ocean Camera Space Corp mission of collecting and gathering that water so that we can sustain human life in space. In space. That's right. Starship's looking good on top there. Booster's looking good. There was a guy in New York called Crazy Eddie, and in the 80s and 90s he would have these advertisements for the Whiz, and in Crazy Eddie would say, you know, insane. So that's a little bit like Crazy Eddie used to say it. I think the Whiz went out of business, but that was many years later. I don't really know what happened with the Whiz, but they're no longer in operation in New York. I don't think. Looks pretty good. Magnificent. We got about 3 minutes left. I'm gonna sign out here. I'm gonna get in front of the camera once more. The sound is starting to die down there from the Starship. There is one vehicle over by the beach. So I'm going to say my final farewell here. I'm gonna pack up the sound from the booster Starship combo just got very quiet. I'm gonna get in front of the camera here once more. Hopefully I'm zoomed out. Let me make sure I'm zoomed out. I don't want to get too big on the camera. All right. Go here. All right. The sound over there at the Starship booster just got a lot more quiet. And I'm going to pack it up in the next 30 seconds. So stay tuned. There's a lot of cameras here around the launch site. You got the Hoop Cam, you got the Lab Padre, you got the NSF cams. I don't think I'm going to be doing any camera work here today, but I will most likely be here tonight and do a follow-up. So tune in tonight for the follow-up. I will be watching along with you on some of these other cameras, and take care. Check us out on Ocean Camera Space Corp. A lot going on that website. So in 20 seconds. Yeah, goodbye everybody. Have a good day. Thanks, Tony. The noise just started up again on the Starship booster combo. We'll get one more close up as I depart. Hey Rupert Dibble, thanks Rupert. Thanks for being a member. Thanks to all the members. I'm going to do more focus on the members and giving them exposure, but I have to print out the membership people here, and then I will be mentioning more, just like I'm doing with the different companies and people that I'm approaching. I'm going to be showcasing the members more. All right, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have a good day, guys, gals. wherever you're watching, whenever you're watching, whatever dimension and however you're feeling. We will meet again. We're all connected. Thank you and good luck.